From South Carolina Public Radio, this is Who, What, When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Brandon Gray.
And I'm Daniel Thompson. Welcome to the special Big Game Super Bowl edition of Who, What, When. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, getting ready to play in the big game. We're playing a few games all about this important weekend in sports, Brand.
How about that? I can't believe those two made it.
Yeah.
Coming up later in the hour, we'll look back at some of the biggest Super Bowl commercials of all time. Who doesn't love the commercials? See if you can tell if our famous football quotes come from history or from Hollywood. And we'll chat some more about Sunday's game with a super fan.
Ooh, if you'd like a chance to play these games, call or text us 803-470-6347. You can also send us an email to whowhatwhen at scpublicradio.org. You'll have the chance to become a Who What Win MVP and take home our special trophy, that Who What Win fanny pack.
Ah, that's right. Dan, the Super Bowl, it's coming up this weekend. Super Bowl 59.
And it all started as a part of an agreement between two leagues, the AFL, American Football League, and the NFL, the National Football League, as these two leagues started the process of merging into one football league. And it's just become this juggernaut of an event for sports fans around the world ever since.
A big reason why I love the Super Bowl is it's one of the few times a year where sports fans and non-sports fans come together and enjoy this big, it's almost like more of a cultural moment.
You and I feel the same way about this, Brand. You got your chicken wings.
Yeah.
You got your commercials.
Oh.
You got your halftime show. And if the game's good, great. If it's not good, also great.
If you come just for the game, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the game, to be honest with you, is the least exciting thing about the night for me.
I think most of the time it is for most of us. So today we're going to talk not as much about the game itself, but everything else around it. And to do that, Brand, we do need some contestants.
And we just so happen to have two on the line already. It's very exciting. Contestant number one, what's your name and where are you from?
This is Houston from Columbia, South Carolina.
Houston from good old Columbia. Houston, are you a fan of Who, What, When or the Super Bowl?
A fan of both of them.
Wow. All right. Now, Houston, do you have a favorite football team that you're cheering for that you'd love to see make it to the Super Bowl?
I'd like to see the Charlotte Panthers make it there.
The Panthers would be great. Houston, thanks for calling. Thanks for playing. You are going to be playing against caller number two. Caller number two, what's your name? Where are you from?
What's up? It's Jonathan. I'm in North Carolina.
Wow.
So, Battle of the States. You know?
Oh, Battle of the Carolinas.
This is
here. Jonathan, just North Carolina proper, or what city are you in?
I'm in a very tiny little spot called Providence, North Carolina. All of my neighbors are cows, and that's it. So,
oh, wow.
There we go.
Neighbors are cows.
Are you also a fan of the Charlotte Panthers?
You know, here's the thing, is I've never been more relieved in my life to hear that the questions are about the Super Bowl, but not the sport.
Okay.
So I don't know anything about sports, guys. This is going to be great for me.
Oh, perfect. It works out well. Maybe the last segment, if we win the first two, might have a little sports in it.
Let's see what happens.
We're not going to even worry about that right now. Are you guys ready for our first game? We're talking about the halftime. The Super Bowl halftime performance has become its own television show.
It absolutely has. And you never know what you're going to see. Sometimes it doesn't turn out
more
good.
than you bargained for.
That's
you know
exactly
what I mean?
right.
All right.
But I'm excited to take a trip down memory lane with this game.
Exactly. Houston, the first question about the Super Bowl halftime show is going to be yours. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bruno Mars didn't hog the spotlight during his first Super Bowl halftime performance in 2014. He gave it away now as he was joined by this California rock band.
Wow.
Is it A, Van Halen, B, the Eagles, or C, the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, it is. Houston out of the gate.
No
strong.
hesitation. No
None.
hesitation.
You think it was the clue in the
I think it
question?
might have been the way that you said, gave it away now. You gave it away.
I gave it away. That's the goal here. We want to make everything. Houston can confirm.
Can confirm? That's what did it.
Confirm.
That's what did it.
Jonathan, you know your question isn't going to be as easy because that's how this game works.
Oh, he just sighed.
He sighed. Your question here about Super Bowl halftime. The 2007 halftime show featured Prince playing Purple Rain in the actual rain, an iconic moment
Amazing.
in halftime history. But Prince also covered Best of You, a song from this Seattle, Washington rock band. Is that A, Foo Fighters, B, Pearl Jam, or C, Nirvana?
Oh man, guys, this is a disaster already. And look, I'm going to just go ahead and say that I am not crazy familiar with any of the catalogs of those musicians. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I didn't listen to them much. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go Foo Fighters, maybe.
He's going to go Foo Fighters, and you know what's wild is he's correct.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Talk about a lucky break there
What
for
a
Jonathan.
pull.
Jonathan said he doesn't know Foo Fighters. Doesn't matter. He got it right.
I mean, Houston might win, but Jonathan's not just going to give it away now.
No, he is not. That's exactly right.
It's 1-1 here, talking about the halftime performances of the Super Bowl. Houston, your next question starts right now. In 1992, CBS aired The Big Game and decided that the halftime show would be figure skating. Seizing on the opportunity, Fox announced they were airing a special live version of this sketch comedy show during halftime, resulting in 22 million people turning the channel from the Super Bowl to Fox. Is that A, Mad TV, B, In Living Color, or C, Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night Live wouldn't be it.
Okay.
Must be In Living Color.
Must be In Living Color, and Houston must be correct again.
Wow, amazing.
Wow.
I have so many questions.
So many questions.
Figure skating is
It was
fascinating.
the Winter Olympics in 92.
Okay. So did they go outside of the stadium?
I don't know.
For that?
I got to be honest.
Or
I
they
was alive during this, but I
they
didn't know.
wheel in the skating rink. I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions. Houston doesn't. He's got them both right.
That's right.
Jonathan, it's a chance to tie this thing back up. Your question here about Super Bowl halftime performances. This world-famous boy band had to hang in tough after they were bumped from their planned performance at the 1991 Super Bowl due to coverage of Operation Desert Storm.
That's so sad.
Is it A, New Kids on the Block, B, Boys to Men, or C, New Edition?
I just don't see. I think that it's going to have to be New Kids on the Block. That's what it's an educated guess as best as possible to go against Houston at this point.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits, and Jonathan's correct.
How about that?
Once again, pulling
Listen,
it out.
As somebody who has been bumped from national TV before, and
That's
I'm
right.
not going to talk about it. This is a worst case scenario for New Kids on the Block.
That's right.
You hate to see it, and I feel for them.
Did you get the clue in the question?
No.
Hanging
Tough.
Hanging Tough was a
right.
New Kids song. That's exactly
There you go.
right.
Well done.
Yeah. All right, Houston, your question here on the halftime performances of the Super Bowl. One of the most infamous Super Bowl halftime performances was really the scandal that followed the Justin Timberlake-Janet Jackson performance in 2004. Turns out that entire performance could have been avoided had this Atlanta rap duo agreed to perform edited versions of their hits, Hey Ya and The Way You Move. Is that A, Little John and the East Side Boys, B,
No.
Outkast, or C, Young Guns?
Outcast.
Houston, I love the confidence, and I love you hearing Lil Jon and going, no.
It was either no or yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Houston has got it right.
got it.
He's 3 for 3.
And also, I was today years old when I found out that Outkast could have performed at the halftime show and didn't, and now I'm mad about it.
They were asked if they could do an edited version of Hey Ya and The Way You Move, and they said, no, we will not do it. Jonathan, if you weren't nervous before, you should be now.
I'm terrified.
Oh, man, Jonathan just hung up.
Jonathan forfeited on who I win. All right, you're still in it right now. Jonathan, perfect game still intact. Your third question about the Super Bowl halftime. In 1989, this Elvis Presley impersonating magician performed at halftime of the Super Bowl and attempted to perform a 3D magic trick for viewers watching at home with their glasses on. It's considered the worst performance in Super Bowl history.
Oh, bring it back.
Who was it? Is it A, the Abraca-Hound Dog, B, the Illusion King, or C, Elvis Presto?
Oh man, I mean, I know it right away. No, I don't. I don't know this right
I'm
away.
glad I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is just, I mean, first of all, Elvis Presto is exactly what I want it to be just because of the name alone. But I have no confidence in that being actually the
Has
name.
that stopped you before,
Do you have
Jonathan?
more confidence in the Abraca Hound Dog?
I do feel like the Abraca Hound Dog is maybe my favorite, if that helps, but I don't know that it would be a crowd favorite or a crowd pleaser. It does sound like the 3D was also not a crowd pleaser, so maybe that would make me lean towards that name because whoever's making that decision might pick that name anyway. So you're getting my whole thought process through this, but I'm going to have to go with Elvis Presto.
He's going with
Final
Elvis
answer.
Presto, and Jonathan is working some magic of his own because he's correct again.
How about that,
Yeah.
Jonathan?
Man.
Nice going.
Houston, your question about the Super Bowl halftime performances to break the tie. The most watched halftime performance of all time featured this pop star royalty in 1993, where more people, 133.4 million in the U.S. and 1.3 billion worldwide, more people watched the halftime show than actually watched the game itself. Who performed? Was it A, Whitney Houston, B, Michael Jackson, or C, Tony Braxton?
93 would have been early for Whitney. And it's got to be the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
He heard royalty. He put King of Pop together. He knew when Whitney's heyday was. He's right again. Houston. Michael Jackson. That's 4 in a row, sir.
Jonathan's right on my heels.
I
Yeah, he
know,
is.
but what's amazing about this is as confident as Houston has been with every question, Jonathan has been the opposite, and yet it does not matter. And I think that is the magic of who what when.
That's exactly right. Yes. Jonathan, a chance to keep the perfect game intact. No pressure here. 2015's halftime show was taken over by a 7-foot fish with a dream. Some might call it a teenage dream, as what would forever be known as the left shark.
Oh,
Threw caution and choreography to the wind during this
legend.
pop star's performance.
a legend.
Is it A, Christina Aguilera, B, Katy Perry, or C, Rihanna?
I feel like Houston right now. I'm channeling it. My confidence level is through the ceiling that it is Katy Perry without hesitation.
Without hesitation, Katy Perry is correct.
Beautiful.
These two guys know their halftime performances, Bran. All right, Houston, it's a tie game. It's a perfect game. Your last question of the round, Super Bowl halftime performances. Here we go. This pop star's 2017 performance began with her jumping off the roof and rappelling down to the stage like she was in an action movie. Was she trained for that sequence, or was she just born this way?
Oh.
Is it A, Carly Rae Jepsen, B, Lady Gaga, or C, Rihanna?
I wish it were Rihanna, but I'm going to go with Lady Gaga.
Houston is correct again. A perfect round from Houston. That's Lady Gaga. And Jonathan has a chance to make it a perfect round for both players and a perfect game.
Yes.
So far.
I
John,
want that fanny pack.
Yeah, you
know
do.
you
We
do,
all
Houston.
do. Your last question, Jonathan, to keep the perfect game alive. Here you go. The 1995 Super Bowl halftime show was the last show that wasn't a musical act.
Wow.
Featuring instead stunts performed by actors resembling Harrison Ford and Karen Allen from this beloved movie franchise. Is it A, Indiana Jones, B, Star Wars, or C, Back to the Future?
You know, yesterday I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. I watched it yesterday morning, and I'm going to take it as a sign, maybe divine intervention, dare I say. So I'm going to go with Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is correct.
Amazing.
Also, I want Jonathan's schedule to watch Raiders on a Monday morning. How do I work that out?
Jonathan just put it out into the world that he is looking for a job. I kid, Jonathan.
Oh, my goodness.
Amazing.
Man.
And I got to be honest, would be open to bringing that halftime show
Yeah.
back as well. A stunt show?
Elvis Presto, a stunt show.
Why
no
not
figure
combine
skating,
them?
is
Why
what
not
you're
combine them all? Do it all on the ice.
On ice.
Can you imagine
I
Elvis
love
Presto on ice? My God. You're listening to Who, What, When. It's an hour of history, games, and trivia on South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Brandon Gray.
I'm Daniel Thompson. It's Super Bowl week here on the show. That's exactly right. That happens. And we're celebrating with quizzes about everything except for the big game itself. Our contestants, Houston and Jonathan, are currently tied with a perfect score. We'll see if they'll be able to keep that up in our next segment.
Coming up after this break, it's time to look back on those Super Bowl commercials we know and love from years past. That's next here on Who, What, When.
Welcome back to Who, What, When, South Carolina Public Radio's Hour of History, Games, and Trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson, and I'm here with my big friend, Brandon Gray, for the big game. It's Super Bowl week.
Go long. I'm
TD,
kidding.
baby.
I'm kidding. We're going to continue these games in just a moment, but I would love to remind you, we want you. We need you to be a contestant on this show. All you got to do is call or text us, 803-470-6347, or you can send us an email, whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org. You might get a chance to hang out with us for an hour, which is already a win.
That's a prize.
But you could also potentially win a very exclusive Who, What, When fanny pack. It's a win-win, to be honest.
Classic win-win situation, Brandon. We got two contestants this week that are vying for that fanny pack, and they're spending that hour with us. It's Jonathan from Providence, North Carolina, and Houston from Columbia, South Carolina. They are currently tied, but that could change at any moment in our next game, which is all about one of our favorite parts of the Super Bowl. That's right, the commercials.
You want to know what one of my pet peeves is
I'd love
nowadays?
to hear it, Bram.
Is these commercials that get posted online before the Super Bowl.
Don't ruin my fun.
What is that? I think we can all agree that's the worst thing to happen, I think, ever. I think it's my understanding. I just got word it is ever. And so I think we could all agree we should not do that anymore. And I am using this platform of Who, What, When, this platform that we are blessed with, Dan, to say, stop it.
Houston, the first question is yours. It's a tie game, and we're talking Super Bowl commercials. Here we go. Michael Jackson in the 80s, Cindy Crawford in the 90s, Britney and Beyonce in the 2000s, Cardi B in the 2020s. This silver medal soda has always gone big with on-screen personas for their Super Bowl commercials, even when they don't sponsor the halftime show. A, Diet Coke. B, Pepsi. C, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper does well in Fansville with college football, and Diet Coke would just be too small a minority. It's Michael Jackson and Cindy Lauper with the Pepsi.
With the Pepsi, and Houston is correct once again.
Amazing.
And this is out of control. This guy just can't miss. He's just on fire right now. It's 6-5. Jonathan, the board is yours. Talking about Super Bowl commercials. Here's your question. Perfect game on the line. Bros saying, "What's up?" on the phone, frogs giving a phonetic pronunciation, and horses playing football are just a few of the gimmicks used by this alcoholic beverage in its commercials. Is it A, Miller Lite, B, Heineken, or C, Budweiser?
Oh, man. I wish I had some sort of educated way to say my answers like Houston. It's just putting me to shame. Either I'm just blurting my answers or I'm digging through desperately for the answer in my mind. But I'm going to go ahead and say that it's C, Budweiser. What's up?
Wow, it was Budweiser.
That's right,
That is
Jonathan.
correct. You could have done the Budweiser like the frogs, but I mean, Jonathan, doesn't matter how.
This one with the right answer, it made me feel like the Budweiser.
Oh, there he is! Hey, look at this guy.
It took him a little
Look at this,
while.
guys.
It took him a little while, but he found
Charge
it.
it up, boys.
Yeah, but the thing about Who, What, When is it doesn't matter how you earn that point.
That's exactly
you
right.
You earn the point. It's tied
Point's a
up.
point.
Stakes are high. Perfect game. Houston, we're talking commercials on the Super Bowl. Your question.
I'm stressed. I'm not even playing.
One of the first commercials of the century featured a dancing monkey with the tagline, "Well, we just wasted $2 million. What are you doing with your money?" for this new online brokerage platform. Was it A, E-Trade, B, GoDaddy, or C, Charles Schwab?
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. So you had a dancing monkey.
That's right.
You had E-Trade.
E-Trade?
Schwab would be too conservative. GoDaddy had the race car Indianapolis driver. Computers. Man, I might open the door for Jonathan. Man, oh man. GoDaddy or E-Trade, and I'm gonna go with E-Trade.
He hemmed, he hawed, he went with E-Trade, and he got it right.
My goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
What a journey.
Jonathan out there, buddy.
Wow.
What a journey that was.
Wow. What a question. What a player. What a journey. Jonathan, how do you feel after that?
I mean, I feel like I just, I channeled Houston for my previous question. He channeled me
That's right.
for this question.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, we're going to play a perfect game but change each other's play methods.
Wow. Here we go.
We're
Perfect
learning
game.
and growing.
Here we go. Your question, Jonathan. Super Bowl commercials. This fast food chain had the two most famous NBA players of 1993, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, play an epic game of horse with the winner getting to eat the meal.
Amazing.
Off the expressway, over the river, off the billboard, through the window, off the wall, nothing but net. Is that A, McDonald's, B, Burger King, C, Wendy's?
Oh man! See, now I'm back to my old method. There's no certainty to be found in my mind. I feel like Burger King in the '90s was like having a good time, and that at some point Burger King stopped having a good time. And then McDonald's, they've just been hanging out and doing stuff and spending money on commercials for a while. I feel like this would be I hate that I'm opening the door for Houston, but here we go. I think it's giving the king. I'm going to go BK, Burger King, with this one.
He's going to go BK. You heard the wince from Brandon as that was the sound of the end of the perfect game. I think your age hurt you here, Jonathan. You sound like a youngster. I was 10 years old, maybe the most iconic commercial that of my childhood. We're looking for McDonald's. McDonald's.
Larry and Magic would only go first class.
That's right.
They would only go McDonald's. That's exactly right.
Yeah. We're looking for McDonald's there, Jonathan. Here's what that means. The game's not over.
It's not over.
But you're going to have to. Houston's going to need to miss one down the stretch for you to have a chance at that fanny pack. So Houston, you now have a commanding lead, and the board is now yours. This snack candy bar took its "You're Not You When You're Hungry" to a whole new level in 2010 when it featured Betty White playing football and getting leveled while running a route in the middle of the field. Is that A, Baby Ruth, B, Snickers, or C, Three Musketeers?
Snickers.
It's Snickers.
He's back.
That is
Houston's
correct.
back. He's as confident as ever. You'll love to see it.
He didn't even blink.
He didn't even blink.
I'm trying to think who tackled Betty White in that.
Well, there is, if I'm not mistaken, what happens is she then gets a Snickers and she's back to normal, but then the quarterback becomes Abe Vigoda, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's and he's got like a oxygen tank with him. Yeah, it's fantastic. You're listening to Who What When, South Carolina Public Radio's hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brandon Gray, and it's a super episode all about the Super Bowl, and we're currently playing a game about Super Bowl commercials with our contestants Houston and Jonathan.
Jonathan, you pretty much need this one. You pretty much need this one.
Houston scares me.
Yeah.
I'm terrified right now.
He scares us all in the best way, though.
That's right. I'm going to give this one's a little bit more modern, Jonathan. So maybe we'll go from there and see what happens.
Oh.
In 2023, John Travolta joined this mobile company's current spokesman, Zach Braff and Donald Faison, for a special cover of his Summer Nights anthem from Greece. Is it A, Verizon, B, AT&T, or C, T-Mobile?
Oh man, look, anything where you start referencing like Scrubs, I'm going to get it because this one is T-Mobile, guys.
Yeah.
I know this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on, it's Scrubs. It's T-Mobile. Can't go
about
wrong
that?
there. Can't
How
go
about
wrong.
That.
nice.
I'm back, baby.
There he is. He's back. Houston, you got two left. If you get them both right, this thing is over. Here we go. Here's one. I think Houston might get this one. We'll see what happens. Houston, one of the original iconic Super Bowl commercials was in 1980 where Pittsburgh Steelers player Mean Joe Green had this beverage which lightens him up as he walks through the tunnel, tossing a kid his game jersey. Is it A, Diet Pepsi, B, Coca-Cola, or C, Mountain Dew?
Mean Joe Green has number 75 on his white jersey. And he's sipping a Coca-Cola when he's in that commercial.
This
Houston's
Houston's showing off.
He's flaunting the stuff here.
Showing off. It's unbelievable. Houston has his perfect game intact. That's correct, which means, Jonathan, you got to get this one. You got to get this one.
This could be it. This whole ball game.
Guys, this is incredible. I'm not even upset.
Jonathan is now cheering for Houston.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jonathan, premiering in 1984, this ad for a famous fast food chain featured 3 senior citizens checking out the fast food competition and being disappointed with just how little burger was actually on the bun, prompting the now infamous catchphrase, "Where's the beef?" Is that A, Wendy's, B, Burger King, or C, Arby's?
I know this. I know this from shirts. I know this from merch. And now, with the pressure of Houston breathing down my neck virtually over the phone, I am having a panic attack here in North Carolina. So let's think about this here. I want to say this is giving square burgers. So I'm going to say that it is Wendy's and their square burgers.
He's going to say it's Wendy's and their square burgers, and he's correct.
Wow.
Woo.
Yeah, nice.
Keep hope alive, Jonathan.
The stakes are very high, though, here, because if Houston gets this one correct, this ball game.
It's over. This is it. Houston, this is your last question. Are we ready?
Yes.
The famous crooner of Christmas classics, as well as some others like Just Haven't Met You Yet, was utilized by this similar-sounding soda water company to sell bevies and have a laugh at the expense of the celebrity. Is it A, Aha, B, Bubbly, or C, Polar?
Didn't Jonathan Bublé sing that bubbly thing?
It's a great. Who can say, really?
Yeah, is that your guess?
Yeah, I'm like bubbly or Bublé was B.
Now,
B, Bubbly, Bublé.
I'll just say this. You're wrong. It's not Jonathan Bublé.
It's Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé, and it is Bubbly.
Wow.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how you got there, Houston.
With a perfect game to eliminate Jonathan, who did everything right, but just mixed up McDonald's and Burger King. Jonathan, you played a game that would have gotten you to the finals almost every week here on Who What When, but unfortunately not this week. Jonathan, any last words? You've been an amazing player. Any last words for the folks out there listening?
Oh, man. I mean, at this point, I just think I'm going to pledge my undying allegiance to Houston over there. I mean, he's basically my hero.
Man.
No, it was a good time, guys, and Houston, I'll get you the next time, okay?
Jonathan, good to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
This is Who What When, an hour of history, games, and trivia from South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Brandon Gray here with my favorite quarterback, Daniel Thompson. In honor of the big game on Sunday, today's show is devoted to the Super Bowl.
Omaha. We're going to change that to commercials. Our contestant Houston from Columbia, South Carolina, is on fire today.
Woo.
He's heading into our final game to see if he can take home the title of Who What When Champion of the Week.
He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He could go all the way. I love it. That and more is coming up after this break right here on Who What When.
Welcome back to Who What When, South Carolina Public Radio's hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson.
I'm Brandon Gray. In honor of this weekend Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, we are devoting this entire hour kind of to the big game. I don't know how. It is. It's loose.
It's big game adjacent.
That's right. It's loose at best.
Right. Our contestant Houston came out on top in the first 2 games and now has a chance to be crowned Who What When Champion of the Week.
But before we go back to Houston for our final game, we wanted to take a moment to chat with someone very close to us. He's a dear friend who is a mega Eagles fan.
That's right.
That is our producer, A.T. Shire. A.T., go Birds.
Go Birds to you both. It's great to be here as myself, yes.
AT, it's great to talk to you,
It's a
sir.
weird thing to say. What do you mean as yourself?
I don't really want to go much further into that.
You like
but
to remind yourself who you are.
Yeah, I am an Eagles fan.
Affirmation.
Yes.
As someone that one of the first times I met you, the first thing I found out about you is Eagles fan.
Yeah,
and
go Birds.
You've been a lifelong fan of the Eagles. You're from up that way.
Mm-hmm.
We want to get your hot take. I know this is hard-hitting sports radio. I want to get your hot take on the weekend's game. And we should say before starting that we've been given a note by our executive producer, Sean Birch, to mention that neither Who What When nor South Carolina Public Radio endorses either team in this year's game. We are non-biased.
What's that tiny print, though?
But in very small font at the bottom, I believe this does say Go Birds.
Yeah, Go Birds.
which is weird.
Sean is a good friend. He's in the sphere of influence of my Eagles fandom.
A.T., I'm dying to hear what you think about this matchup between Kansas City Chiefs and the beloved Eagles. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Thank you very much. I do think that this game, there's a lot of Chiefs fandom. I get it. I get
Sure.
it. Taylor Swift involved.
Yeah.
Three-peat, which would be great. If I wasn't an Eagles fan, I would like personally to see a three-peat. But since the last time the Eagles and the Chiefs played, the Eagles have gotten better and the Chiefs have gotten worse. Plain and simple. And we have Saquon Barkley, and I think that is going to take us over the top here.
Don't you think the Chiefs are playing better of late, though, AT?
I do think that they have a little bit of like an NBA team aspect to them, where they sort of dog it through the season.
That's right.
And then when it's time, they flip a switch because they got the best player in the league.
Answer me this. If blank happens, the Eagles will definitely win.
Wow.
Give me one stat, aside from turnovers, which if they win the turnover battle, they're
Probably going to win. Yeah. I would say if the Eagles keep Kansas City's rush yards under 75 yards, they will win.
All right.
Okay.
I do believe that. If the Eagles defense shows up to play, their defense is the best in the league, and we will win.
I'll just say this. First of all, Go Birds.
Thank you.
But second
Go
of
Birds,
all,
go Birds to all of you,
Thank
to all
you.
who celebrate. Yeah.
but I'll just say this. As much fun as this is, I was promised a game about birds.
Okay, yeah, I get that. This has been great chatting about our
We
team
love
today.
it.
We have
We're
a
having
game
fun.
about birds?
It's a game about birds.
It's a game about birds,
Interesting.
yeah. We do have a job to do here. So this is a game that I'm going to call Go Birds.
Oh, that's just like, hey, bird,
Yeah,
like, go birds,
we love
go fly. We love
Chiefs,
them.
birds. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
who
matter to
wins.
us.
This is much like most of our games here on the show. Like it's a Super Bowl episode. It's about things surrounding the Super
Right.
Bowl. And
Of course.
we're
Birds,
calling this
birds fly all over the
We're
place.
calling this Go Birds, but it's just about some famous birds.
Right, like,
Okay.
go
Of course.
bird.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to quiz you guys here.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
In this game, I'm going to give you clues about famous fictional birds.
Okay.
And it's your job to identify them.
I'm ready.
Let's begin. This 8-foot, 2-inch tall yellow bird was designed by Muppet creator Jim Henson and made his television debut on November 10th, 1969. Can you tell me how to get to his nest?
Let's go. Well, can you really quickly, you got a height on that sucker?
He's 8'2".
Ooh, that's a big bird.
I see what you did there.
Nice.
I'm so proud of you, Brandon.
Thank
for
you.
getting
Landed
all right.
that plane. That's correct. The answer is Big Bird. I got some fun facts here.
Go Big Birds.
His birthday, go Big Birds.
Go Big Birds.
His birthday is March 20th.
Okay.
And in the year 2000, he was named a living legend by the Library of Congress.
He's not alive, though.
He's
right?
living, brother.
Okay, you
Yep.
say so.
Okay, there we go. Next
Did you
up.
say he's not living?
He's a puppet. There's the person in there walking
Do you
around.
believe this guy, A.T.?
I can't. I mean, he's an 8'2" tall bird.
Go Birds to you guys. I'm just saying.
Boy.
This guy's making a fool of himself on the radio.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Next up, this temperamental bird, known for wearing a sailor hat and coat, but no pants, first appeared in the 1934 animated short The Wise Little Hen, before becoming a sort of frenemy to his famous mouse friend. Extra points if you can name his 3 nephews.
Okay, so that's a Donald Duck, and it's Huey, Louie, and
Gooey. And the news?
No, Huey, Louie, and
Dewey.
oh,
Nicely done.
I love that Bran is here to play on this
I'm
game.
thrilled
it's
that,
no wordplay. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm thrilled that Brand knows
It's
the
crushing this.
trivia. That's
That
right.
is correct. Donald Duck is correct. Donald Duck appeared in multiple animated shorts during World War II, where he enlisted in the U.S.
right.
Army.
That's right.
While celebrating his 50th birthday several decades after the war, the Army officially retired Donald from military service as a buck sergeant.
Nice.
Now, Dan, are you going to say that he's not real and he's not alive and shouldn't receive any
is
honors?
not alive and should not receive any honors, yes.
I love that for you. We're going to get a lot of hate mail on that.
He's less real than Big Bird.
Oh, whoa.
Buck Sergeant, get the buck out of here.
Next up, here we go. This mascot has been chasing a certain fruit-flavored ring-shaped breakfast cereal since 1963.
Easy.
Often ending his commercials by telling us to follow your nose.
Yeah, so we're looking for Toucan Sam
I
here.
love that we finally found a game.
This is Brand's Q
That
zone.
Brand is a wheelhouse, and it is kids, cartoons, and cereal.
Yeah.
That is where Brand excels as an adult human being.
Yeah, and it's Toucan Sam, and he's real, and I won't hear any other thing
Toucan
from
Sam
you,
is
sir.
not real.
He wasn't real. How was he originally voiced by Mel Blanc? Also known as the voice of Bugs Bunny
That's right.
and countless other Looney Tunes characters.
Doc?
And toucans are a distant cousin of woodpeckers, Dan.
Oh,
How
my
about
God.
that? Are you going to change your tune now about being real or not?
Toucan's real. Toucan Sam
Real.
fictional.
I think real.
Two
Anyway.
can play this game.
Two
Toucan play at
There you
that
go.
game. That's right.
Okay, next up. This small yellow bird first appeared in the Peanuts comic strip in 1966, but was not given a name until 1970, when he earned it, when a certain famous rock festival inspired his moniker.
Yeah, that's Woodstock.
This guy, you're much like Houston. You got these answers teed up. This
Yeah,
is
you do.
great.
And I got to be honest, I didn't even need that last bit about the music festival.
They didn't need it.
Shove off with it.
Next up, this food mascot, known for a style and voice reminiscent of old-time comedian Groucho Marx, was introduced in 1974, a species of bird popularly associated with the concept of having children. Some say he was created based on the famous myth that pregnant women have an above-average craving for pickles.
It's the Vlasic stork, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I didn't know the Vlastic of
it's
it all,
Vlasic.
but
That's
but
Vlasic.
I do know storks.
Vlasic pickles are quality pickles.
You boys here
It's a
because of a
solid
stork.
pickle.
Solid pickle.
It's a solid pickle.
It's a 7 of 10
No
pickle.
gripes out of
What
the
do
on the
storks
pickle.
got to do with pickles?
Much like the question frames, some say he was created based on the famous myth that pregnant women have an above-average craving for pickles, and storks bring babies. According to the official Vlasic website, the Vlasic stork may have originated in the early 70s, since the national birth rate was dropping at the time, and babies were in short supply. Concerned, Vlasic managers simply offered the stork an opportunity to deliver pickles instead. That's creating jobs. Next up, I say, boy.
Okay.
This cartoon rooster was introduced in 1946, first voiced by Looney Tunes icon Mel Blanc, second mention,
guy.
and is often associated with the song Camptown Races.
Yosemite Sam.
It's Foghorn Leghorn.
Dang it.
Foghorn Leghorn is correct.
Yosemite Sam's not a bird.
Foghorn Leghorn was inspired by the character of a Southern politician named Senator Claghorn on the popular radio program The Fred Allen Show of the 1930s and 40s.
Shout out, Fred.
Shout out, Fred.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Foghorn Leghorn appeared in several KFC commercials also, which is, I feel like, against his own self-interest.
Yeah, it's
Right?
It'd be
does.
like if the Chick-fil-A cows were birds.
Birds, yeah. Either way, go birds to 'em.
Go birds. Yeah, go birds to them.
Next up, this waterfowl with an exaggerated vocal feature and black and white color scheme first appeared in the 1937 animated short Porky's Duck Hunt.
Porky's Duck Hunt.
Porky Pig and this waterfowl.
Bran.
Yeah, I'm stumped on this one. I hope when
Porky
you,
Pig's Looney Tune bird friend.
I don't
I don't know this one.
You really don't know this.
Maybe I
I'm
will
shocked.
when you say
I'm
the name.
stumped. We got Vlasic, but we didn't get Daffy Duck.
Oh my gosh.
This is a no-go birds. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Again,
I hate myself.
voice acted by Mel Blanc.
Of course.
Said in his autobiography, that's not all, folks, that Daffy's lisp came from him considering how the duck's bill would affect his speaking. So he's
Amazing.
method.
Yeah, he's
That's
method.
great.
He's method.
Go birds to Mel. Go birds to you.
Mel, but not to us.
Yep.
Go non-birds to us.
Next up, this orange cuckoo bird has been going wild for Cocoa Puff cereal since 1962. Do you know his name?
Ooh, I don't know the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs name. There's just
Brand,
I'm
this
going to
is
be
for
so
you.
mad because
It's
AT
the-
is going to say it and I'm going to know it. I'm going to be mad.
It's the inferior chocolate cereal.
We're not touching that. We don't want the hate mail. The answer is Sonny the Cuckoo.
I would
I
never
don't think
guess it.
I'm not familiar with Sonny's name.
Sonny the Cuckoo
I'm
would
familiar
be-
with his work,
His oeuvre.
but not his
that's
name.
right.
Sonny was first introduced alongside a grandfather character who referred to him as Sonny, and the name stuck.
All right, fair
Sonny
enough.
the Cuckoo. There you have it.
All right, next. This animated bird, known for his distinctive laugh and alliterative name, was first introduced in 1940 and later became something of a mascot for Universal Studios.
It's Woody the Woodpecker.
Woody the Woodpecker.
Woody the Woodpecker is right.
Don't. No.
Sorry, my fault.
No.
That's
my fault,
fine.
everybody.
It was loud, and my kids do it all the time. It drives me nuts.
Woody the Woodpecker is very popular in Latin America, especially Brazil, where the character has been a TV mainstay for over 50 years. Brazil
Wow.
can't quit him.
Brazil.
Yep.
And Woody the Woodpecker.
Yep.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, he's a legend at Carnival. But those are all the birds that I know
about
personally.
that?
Those are all good birds.
I could list the 53-man Eagles roster if you needed me to, but I don't think we have time.
I don't
about
think
you
we do either.
start it?
How about a prediction? Score prediction on the
that's
record
good.
right now.
Okay.
Birds, Chiefs, what do you
Yes.
got?
Okay. I think the score will be 35-21 Eagles.
35-21.
35-21 Eagles. Yes, I'm speaking with my whole chest.
Wow.
We are going to do this. Anyone can get it anywhere. These hands are free. Okay, go Birds.
Wow.
Let's go to the rest of the show.
AT Shire,
that?
everybody.
This is Who, What, When. It's an hour of history, games, and trivia on South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Brandon Gray.
And I'm Daniel Thompson. Thanks for joining us for this special Super Bowl edition of the show. We've still got our contestant, Houston, from Columbia, South Carolina, on the line with us. He won our first two rounds and has a perfect game going, Brand. I think it's safe to say we're now all a part of the Houston fan club.
I love them. But here's the thing. We don't just go giving out the title of Who, What, When Champion of the Week. I don't just send fanny packs to anybody.
No
you
way.
You gotta win it. Houston, you gotta make it through our final game today. It is one that we play often on the show. It is time for History or Hollywood Football Edition.
That's right, Houston. Here's how this is going to work. Brand's going to give a dramatic reading of some famous quotes that we either said by football players or football coaches in real life, or they are a line from a movie about football. Houston, you'll need to tell us if these quotes are history or Hollywood. There's 10 of these. What do you think? He needs 6? He needs 6 correct for the fanny?
All right.
Brand, take it away with that first quote.
I'm going to tell you something I've kept to myself for years. None of you ever knew George Gipp. It was long before your time. The last thing he said to me, Rock, he said, sometime when the team is up against it and the breaks are beating the boys, tell them to go out there with all they got and win just one for the Gipper.
Houston.
Ronald Reagan said that in The Gipper, Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. That's right. He
How about
did.
that?
Newt Rockney, All-American. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's see if Houston can keep this perfect game train a-rolling. The second clue, Houston, to see if you can get 2 in a row. Brand, take it away.
Thank you guys for your heart and soul, because that's what you're going to put into it tonight. And you're going to do it for the guy on your left and the guy on your right, because that's all that matters. Guy to your left, guy to your right. You know what time it is? It's time to turn the Yellow Jackets loose. We didn't come here to play around. We came here to take care of business.
Houston, is that history or Hollywood?
Yellow Jackets take me to Georgia Tech or Irmo High School. I'm not familiar with it. I'm going to go that it's history.
He's going to go with its history, and every decision this guy makes is the right decision. It is history. This is the hardest one on the board, no question about it. This is Derek Moore giving a pregame speech to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. What a
deep
pull.
cut.
It's a deep cut.
Deep cut, and
I wanted to hear Bran read
gotta be
it.
honest, pretty bad speech.
Well, I mean, if you see the video of this speech,
Those are great.
It's amazing.
It hits different.
It hits different. That's why it made
Guy
the
to your
cut here.
left, guy to your right, guy to your left.
That's right.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, you just didn't really do the pauses in the same way. Houston needs 4 more questions right, and he wins a fanny pack. And uncanny. He's got a perfect game. The next clue here in History or Hollywood, Bran, take it away.
Winning is not a sometimes thing. It is an all the time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. There is no room for second place. There is only one place in my game, and that's first place.
Nice. That was a good reading there, Bran.
Thank you.
Houston, what are you thinking there, History or Hollywood?
I'm thinking Vince Lombardi and history.
Holy cow! Vince Lombardi is correct. That's history. You got 3 in a row. You need 3 more, Houston. You need 3 more. Bran, take it away.
The players that played before us, the players that played when they didn't have face masks, when they had leather helmets, when they got this thing started, the players that played in smaller stadiums didn't have the medical thing, didn't have anything. They laid the foundation for this great game, and we should never forget it.
Houston, what are you thinking?
I'm not familiar with it. I'm thinking if I'm not familiar with it, it wasn't history, that it would be Hollywood.
He said Hollywood. I finally stumped him.
No.
I finally stumped him. We're looking for history. Houston, this is John Madden's Hall of Fame acceptance speech.
It's history.
Yeah. That's a tough pull there.
Tough acting,
pull.
acting.
We got plenty of time, plenty more out there to get. You only need 3 more. There's 6 more clues. You got to feel good about your odds. We're playing History or Hollywood right here on Who, What, When. Bran, take it away.
I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you will never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. Know what you can carry when you carry this you on your chest. You carry a legacy of greatness.
All right, Houston, what are we thinking?
I'm not familiar with this one either, so I'm going to go with, no, Hollywood wouldn't do a university, so I'm going to go with history.
That's really good reasoning, Houston, and you are correct.
Well
That
done.
is history. That is Ray Lewis giving a speech to the University of Miami.
How about that?
Known as the U. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He's got 4 right. He needs 2 more. Houston, we're playing History or Hollywood Football Edition. Bran, take it away.
If we don't come together right now on this hallowed ground, we too will be destroyed, just like they were. I don't care if you like each other or not, but you will respect each other. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll learn to play this game like men.
Houston, what are you thinking?
That would be Hollywood.
It is Remember the Titans. It is Hollywood.
Stop me if you've heard this one
Houston is unbelievable. Houston, you got 5 right. You need 1 more. 1 more for the fanny pack, Houston. How you feeling? Are you nervous over there?
No, I just want that fanny pack.
I love it. I love it. Here we go. All right, Houston, your first opportunity for the fanny pack starts right now.
3 minutes till the biggest battle of our professional lives all comes down to today. Now, either we heal as a team or we're going to crumble, inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen, believe me. And we can stay here. Get the stuff kicked out of us. Or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell 1 inch at a time.
Houston, what are you thinking?
Sports movies from a long time ago wouldn't have had that strong a language. So I'm thinking it might have been history, yeah.
Houston, that's incorrect. The language was a good thought, but it's Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday, one of those R-rated sports movies.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, don't worry. Hey, listen, we still have 3 more shots. All you got to do is get one, and you win the fanny pack here, Houston. History or Hollywood Football Edition. Brand, hit him with the next clue.
The Bears were what we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. We played them the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the field. If you want to crown them, then crown them. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Houston.
I'm going to say that's history because Mike Ditka and them had a real strong Bears team.
Wow.
I hope it's history.
He's going to say it's history, and he's won a Who What Win fan.
Wow, he did it.
It's history.
Amazing.
Houston from Columbia, South Carolina. That was Dennis Green of the Arizona Cardinals, and you are the proud owner of a Who What Win fanny pack.
How about that?
What a game, what a player. What a game, what a player.
Doesn't matter who wins the Super Bowl tomorrow. I've got the fanny pack.
You got the fanny
it.
pack.
That's it. Amazing. What a win. One of the great performances we've ever had on this game. So thank you so much for joining us, Houston.
It's been a blast. I've enjoyed myself.
That wraps up the special Super Bowl edition of Who What Win. Thanks again to our contestants, Houston and Jonathan, for playing with us today. And congratulations again to Houston for winning our version of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And it, of course, is the Who What Win fanny pack.
Our producer is A.T. Shire. Our executive producer is Sean Birch, who misses the Budweiser frog commercials. This show's a production of South Carolina Public Radio and is made possible in part by listener contributions to the ETV Endowment of South Carolina.
If you want to be a contestant on a future episode of Who What Win, call or text us 803-470-6347, or you can send us an email to whowhatwin@scpublicradio.org.
You can find out more about the show and listen to this episode again at our website, southcarolinapublicradio.org/whowhatwin.
You can also subscribe to Who What Win wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can listen through your smart speaker by just asking that thing to play Who What Win.
I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brandon Gray. Join us next week for more history games and trivia right here on Who What Win.